Hello there.
Welcome to another talk. Just turn it down a little bit. Another podcast. Oh, I'm just dropping everything here, so wrecking the place. But yeah, welcome to another talk, podcast meditation. And it is a meditation because as soon as I'm doing these talks, I start to go into it's like I'm channeling or something. It's like, I don't know, it's like my higher self is just taking over. And everything becomes still. You know, I mean, I practice this all the time, but I notice it especially when I'm doing the talks. But when I'm doing these talks, it's the higher self that's speaking through me, you see. Which the Ascension Road is about, aligning with that power. And this is in relation to what I'm talking about. I do tarot readings. You know, I don't make money off it, but I do collective consciousness tarot readings, and I put it on my website, lovelightfamily.com. And the tarot readings are for the collective. They're really for the collective that are awakening. And I mention a lot soulmates, I might mention twin flames, I might mention this is a romantic pathway, love, and that's what's going on. And I mention those that are awakening and ascending at this time. And what's happening, the ones that are awakening, they are leading the other twin flames or romantic soulmates or partners or something. And so they're the ones that are awakening are the examples of what to be. You see? So basically, it's an alignment with love. With God. You see, that's what's really going on. And when I'm doing my tarot readings, that's basically the message, pretty much. It's about the ascension path, about twin flames, soulmates. And it gives me an insight even more into where the awakening's going. And where it's all going is returning back to source. Which is, as David Icke says, infinite love is the only truth, everything else is an illusion. That's that's the truth. You know, I talk about non-duality, nothingness, but within that nothing is obviously a power that manifests life. And I would call that's the force that people call God. Right? And this love is felt via the heart area. You know, that's how you tune into this power. That's where your loved ones are when they transition and go to heaven. The energy of heaven is the energy of the heart. So basically, that's the true love. It's not just about having a crush on someone or, you know, I can't mention children because I don't have children. So I can't understand what that's like. But I suppose that would be probably closest to what I'm talking about. Even though I don't understand that, I think that would probably be the closest representation of what I'm talking about. You know, it's related to the earth. You know, the earth is an entity, a being all in itself. And it breathes, it vibrates, it lives. And we're all part of that. But the vibration of that, like a lot of people talk about the vibration of nature, you'll notice if you're in nature, you start to calm down, you start to enter into this peace. That's this love I'm talking about. Motherly love is an example of it. You see, and with twin flames also and romantic soulmates, there's this peace. You know, I mean, I'm not in a relationship with anyone romantically at the moment, but I get downloads and I get insights from higher self about that journey, and ultimately it's a romantic journey, the Ascension Road. And I get shown the feelings that it is. I get downloaded feelings of peace, feelings of all problems being gone. But in that is an ecstasy, an orgasmicness. You see? And I believe this is ignited between the twin flames, you see. That's why I've watched videos on YouTube with twin flames, or they say they're twin flames, and one had an awakening first, then the other one followed, you see? So it's very easy to see that journey and what's happening. And I believe, and I've said this many times, I believe the agenda is to stop that from happening. Because I believe the system realizes once you've got people involved in situations like that, they're going to be so preoccupied with that you're not going to be able to control them. And the system is extremely narcissistic. You see? They want everyone being narcissistic. Because that's what they are. Which is just, fear, insecurity. And a lot of people on a twin flame road mention they feel insecurities. I've even heard people be sick with it. I've not experienced that. What I found is, in my own spiritual awakening, any pain that we feel is that, I believe, is the collective shadow. Sometimes it could be your twin flames energy you're feeling as well. And as the one that is the teacher, like if you've had the awakening first, your job is to be the example of what to be. So your job is to heal that from within you. And then that twin or soulmate or whatever, or people in general, will become drawn to you because they know that you're the healer, right? As the chosen ones, people talk about 144,000. That is those people that have had these unexpected spiritual awakenings since 2012. That's the chosen ones. A lot of people don't know what it is. That's God's chosen people. They are God's angels, they are, I believe they are the same people that came down to earth and were going with the women that some religious people talk about. You see? And, that's them that have had these unexpected spiritual awakenings. And their job is to lead us into the new earth, where there's this peace, this ecstasy, I just imagine it being like presence. And presence, the energy of presence, is absolute peace. But in that is a euphoria, is an ecstasy. It's basically tantric awareness. Twin flames. That's the new earth, and that's where we're heading. In that is a motherly kind of love as well. See, there's different elements to this is God, what I'm talking about. This is the true love. And all these different elements I'm speaking about are in this love. You see? I mean, two people making love, there is a motherliness with that as well. If it really is love. If it's not, then it won't be. But what I'm talking about is this love, and even though I'm not with, anyone romantically, I get downloads on this stuff ever since the spiritual awakening. When I first had the unexpected spiritual awakening at 24, I sat down one day, had enough of everything, 10 years ago. And it ignited an awakening. Head blew off, as I've heard David Icke say. But that's kind of like what it was. And then I went on this rebirth. I literally was a rebirth experience, being born again, and a healing path for 10 years. And the energies that I experienced at the start of the awakening, that is like building it on me, because that was to show me what I would eventually have, you see, which was, blissful kind of energies. And that's basically arising more and more as I ascend. And that's basically the Ascension Road. So basically the Ascension Road is a pathway of love. With love comes bliss, ecstasy, orgasmicness, motherliness, father, ness, or whatever. All the elements you could associate with love. And that's basically the new earth. And so as you heal more within yourself, that's what you start becoming. You start to become this love. You start to become 5 to 8 hertz love frequency. You see? And then you will attract that soulmate or twin flame, or people that are in accordance to that energy, are attracted to that energy. Because you're becoming God consciousness. God consciousness is this love that I'm talking about. And all the elements that come with that as well, that I've mentioned. Peace, harmony, orgasmicness, ecstasy. Making love kind of as well in there, all these different beautiful elements. And that is God consciousness. That's God right there. It reminds me of, I think a few years ago it was, I watched this documentary with this woman had a near-death experience, and she said she died in the water and she became the water, and it was like ecstasy, orgasmicness. That's basically what we are at our core. Call it Kundalini, call it Tantric awareness. That's the source of life. That's the power within absolute nothing that made life. Like what Deepak Chopra says, it's one nothing, you see. But people think that when you say nothing, you're saying no life. But within that nothing is life. So you are forever. And this love is forever. And so it's an inner journey about becoming that love. Because you can't expect to attract someone if you're not radiating at a nice frequency. Because I'm not going to be attracted to a female if it's not nice energy. If she's not very nice and, narcissistic or whatever, abusive, you're not going to be interested. We're attracted to things that feel nice. You know what I mean? Joy and bliss and feeling great is the quickest way to ascension. And I'm just going to leave the talk there. For latest updates, talks, news, research, please do visit my website at www.lovelightfamily.com. Thank you.